Hello and welcome back to my Dandelion Diaries. It is time to go over all of the pens that I have currently inked for the month of November, and I just have to say I think this is my favorite collection of pens that I have done so far. It's making my little autumn heart super happy. So we're just gonna get started right off the bat with the first pen up here, and this is a Traveler's Company brass fountain pen with a fine nib, and I have it inked with Robert Oster's Blood Moon. This little pocket pen is one of my favorites and honestly does a really good job when it comes to writing. It's such a good, smooth, juicy writer. Like this is only the second time I've inked it up, but I had the Sailor Black in this last time and it was so nice and juicy, and it's still juicy with Robert Oster ink, so I'm excited to see how it behaves for a month. Next, I have my Leonardo Momento Zero Grande 2.0 in Sunflower, or I think Griasol is the other pronunciation. And this is in an extra fine nib, and it's inked up with Tatcha's Kawaii. This pen is honestly one of the biggest pens I own, and I really wanted to showcase more of the orange tones in the resin in this pen, and it is so beautiful. Tatcha Kawaii is one of the orange inks I did in my orange ink exploration, and I've only had it in swatches. This is my first time inking up with this Tatcha ink in specific, and I have to say I'm already happy with it, but I really want to see how it performs for the rest of the month. Next up, we have my Franken-pen. So if you missed my Jinhao 82 video of where I basically took a bunch of pens apart and made little pens in whatever colorway I want, this is one of the ones I made as a home recreation of the Yoseka and Sailor collaboration. So this is a few parts from various Jinhaos, and I'm just calling it my Franken-pen for this video, but I guess you could just say it's a Jinhao 82 in whatever colorway you want to call this. This Jinhao 82 is a medium nib, and I did ink it up with Inkibara's Earth, and honestly, I'm okay with it. I haven't had consistent ink flow with this yet, so I don't know if it's just maybe this Jinhao is a little wonky because I pieced it together, or the nib on this unit was not the best. I'm gonna give it a chance, but so far I'm not impressed, but I'm hoping, like I said, as the month goes on, it gets better. Next up for November, I will be inking this bad boy. This is my BENU Euphoria in Iced Caramel Latte. And I just have to say, I love this pen so much. This is a Goulet exclusive BENU, and if they still have them in stock, I highly recommend this colorway. This BENU is in a fine nib, and I did ink it up with Ackerman Bekack tags. I did misspell Bekack tags, so don't take my spelling 100%. Definitely, if you're interested in this ink, look it up because the spelling is not this. Bekack tags actually means snooty, I think, hag. Like it's like it's a Dutch term for like a snootier person is the translation that I got from Google. So if I'm wrong, please let me know. I would love to know what the actual translation means. But this dark brown matched the bottom of this pen perfectly, and I really wanted to have a nice dark brown for my last month of autumn here. The next pen I had inked up here is my Laban Rosa in Lilac in a medium nib, and I put Troublemaker's Polar Lights in this one. Typically, I have really dry experiences with Troublemaker inks, so I wanted to put it in a really wet flowing pen, and my Laban Rosa is a very wet flowing pen. So I wanted to see if this would work really well as a combination. The ink does not match the pen whatsoever, but I'm really excited to see the shimmer particles in this and how it flows with the shimmer particles inside of the ink. The next pen I have inked up here is my newest addition and my Grail Pride and Joy pen here. And this is a Pilot Capless in the 30th anniversary Taiwan edition. It is a matte forest green color with a gold trim, and it is just stunning. I love this pen so much. This pen has an 18 karat medium gold nib, and I inked it up with Monteverde's Yosemite Green, which is one of my favorite forest green colors. I don't feel it is a perfect match for this pen, but I didn't want to use something too dark since I had a lot of other dark colors this month. I wanted something a bit more bright and a bit more vibrant, like a Yosemite Green evergreen tree. So hopefully this will give me the kind of vibe that I was going for, and it still looks really good in this pen. And the last pen I have inked up here is my Narwhal Horizon in Twilight with a double broad nib. And I inked this up with Dominant Industries Autumn Forest. This combination is fabulous. I am so excited to write with this one this month. I feel like they work so well together with this kind of like brown green sparkly ink with this brown green sparkly pen. It's so nice. I will say that the double broad is very broad, so I'm excited to make some headers with this and maybe even some drawings. I haven't decided yet, but I really am looking forward to using this pen for this month. All right, it is now the point in the video that I kind of decide what I want to name my color scheme for this month. I've been having a lot of fun with the different names that I've come up with so far, but this one in this color palette means so much to me. I am a huge autumn fan. I love autumn colors. I mainly write with a lot of green and browns as it is, and this month's currently inked is definitely heavy on the greens and browns, and I am 100% here for it. I wanted to name this A Night in the Forest because I felt the names of the inks I chose between the blood moon and the earth and polar lights and then autumn forest and Yosemite green really fit into this. The only ones that weren't really, I guess, matchy with this kind of palette theme is the Cactags and Kawaii. I had to do a little bit of research into the Kawaii name, and it is named after a painting that depicts a man who is distraught because their daughter committed suicide or something like that. It's not a very positive image when I think about that, so I mainly just wanted to kind of leave that one out because A Night in the Forest, it didn't really fit with that. But if you could think of something that brings in Kawaii, I would love to know your naming for this collection. As for Bacac tags, if it does mean a like snooty person or a snooty situation, I feel like A Night in the Forest would not be the best for someone who's really snooty, so maybe this is like a terrible night in the forest. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, or if you have a name that you think I should call this instead. I'm always interested to see what you guys come up with. Alrighty, that is all of the pens and inks that I'm going to be using for the month of November. I'm very excited to use these this month. This is definitely probably my favorite color palette between greens and browns, like I said, and I honestly just I love all of these pens so much, and I'm excited to get to use them all together and make really fun, colorful spreads with them. If you are interested in any of the other currently inked videos or even ink progress reports that I have done, I will have a playlist down in the description and up in the cards. And I also have a playlist, I believe, down there for any ink swatches. So if you want to join in on my ink explorations where I do big full swatch pages of all the different inks in my collection, feel free to check those out too. For now, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, for joining me here today, for admiring all of these pens that I have and all of these beautiful inks. So I always find these really fun, and I'm happy I get to play with some of my more honestly expensive pens this time, since I did a lot of my beginner pens last month. So it's going to be a really good month. I already know it. But again, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.